Hello again, first grade. Now that we have our beautiful drawing of G, the letter G here, we're going to write some words that begin with G, the letter G. Let's turn our page over to the back side, and we'll use that back side. Now, let's make sure you have your blue block crayon and a pencil, ideally a blue or dark colored pencil. Let's find our feet again on the earth. In those gorgeous goose down slippers. They feel so good. And on your head, that crown made of grape leaves and gladiolus. And on your finger, the ring with the garnet stone. All right, I'm going to show you my paper now. Actually, before I show you my paper, make the G sound. Do you feel it? G. We have a sound that's a friend with G. It's K. K. You make it a little higher in your mouth with your tongue hitting the top of your mouth. K. A little more forward, but G is made way back in your throat, where the back of your tongue is hidden against your throat. G. All right. And your mouth, you notice, G. Your mouth has to be open, kind of like a G, to make that sound. Now let me show you my paper. Here we are. Let's make a beautiful blue border around our paper. Let's see if I can straighten that out for you. Great. All right. Left to right. Sky to earth. Left to right. Sky to earth. Very nice. Okay. Now, remember, birdie beak catches the worm and rests it on its wing. Look at that nice sharp pencil. I'm excited to write with it. Now, at the top of our page in the middle, toward the middle, let's make the big G letter, the letter G. How many straight lines and how many curved lines are in the letter G? Shall we find out? We're going to curve. That's one big curved line. Then we go in G, just like our goose. One big curved line and a straight line. What about the little letter? Do you remember the little letter? How many straight lines and how many curved lines are in that? Does it have any straight lines at all? Let's see. A big curved circle. And then it starts out straight, but the line curves around. So really, it's two curved lines. Well, one partly straight and partly curved, and one round curved line. Very nice. And you see how this G doesn't go much past the line here of the G, and it goes down. Do you remember when we did our writing and we had the yellow sky and the green earth and the blue water? That g, the little g, is definitely going fishing in the water. We'll do more writing like that in 2nd grade. Now, some good g words. Well, I just said one, and I say it every morning when I say morning, 1st grade. Good, yes. And good has this that really looks like it should be ooh, goo. If we just left it like that, it would be goo. But we put a little d on the end. So instead of good morning, we say good morning. Now, we could make this word shorter and just take half of it, and we'd have another word. Go. Or sometimes it stands for Gustavo Ortega, because his initials are G, G, and O. G, O. Go. Very nice. Now, I can think of another word that begins the same way, like go, and it ends with a t. And we were just talking about it when we did our drawing. A goat, that's right. Now, goat has one more letter than it sounds like. Go sounds like that t should just be there. But if we did that, then the word becomes got. I'll show you that in a minute. But in order for that O to keep saying its name when the T gets there, we add an A. Goat. Goat. And that A is helping the O. Now, there's another word that's just like this. You use it in soccer to score points. A goal, that's right. Or sometimes you might set a goal for yourself, saying, today I am going to count all of the bugs on my back porch. Goal. Just like goat, except for the last letter. No, I will show you. Got. Got. I take away that A, and we have, then the O becomes short, and we say got instead of goat, which is up here. Nice. Now, sometimes our G letter makes a little different sounds. Makes some different sounds. It usually makes the G sound, but every once in a while, it makes a different sound. And we have a word we use in Arizona because these creatures live here. It's a kind of lizard. It's orange and black, and it lives in our desert. And if you're lucky enough to see one, well, then lucky you. I got to see one a few weeks ago, and it got a little scared of me, and it charged me, and I backed away until it stopped charging me. I'm talking about a Gila monster. A Gila monster. The word comes from Spanish, and sometimes in Spanish, the g is a g sound, like gallo or gallina, for instance. But sometimes it's a h. And we have our Gila monster to show us an example of that. So we're going to write Gila. We have our g that's making, our g that's making the h sound. Gila. Yeah. We'll talk more about the pattern here. You notice this sound is different than that sound. The I and the O. So that's when the G changes. But we'll talk about that more another time. For now, we have Gila. Oh, and here's a fun one. I was talking about it when we were doing our drawing at the end. An animal that lives in the jungle. Very big animal. A gorilla. That's right. G. Oh. I. La. Gorilla. Now sometimes, usually again, this G makes the G sound, but every once in a while it makes a J sound. Like in the word, well, this is a name, George. Let's write that name just for fun, because it has two J's that are G's. George. And because it's a name, we make the big letter G. George. Sounds like it should be an O next. But it's actually an E. George. George. Another one. That's little. George. It's an E. When I was little, my parents read me a story about a very curious monkey named George. He was always getting into trouble. Now, let's see. Another G word that begins with the letter G. I thought of one. It's like George, but totally different in what it means. It's like there's a kind of cliff, and you might have water in it. Not a canyon, but it's where the walls are really steep and rocky. A gorge. And we write it this way. G. Or. J. Gorge. Very nice. If you have more room, you could write even more words. I thought of another word. We have boys and girls. Girls. And let's see. I'm glad to see you. Glad. Glass. I'm drinking out of a glass. And maybe I will put on my glass slippers later today. What else can you think of? When you're finished writing, you may close your books and have a snack. Thanks for writing with me. See you next time.